Why sit in your living room picking off ducks when you can nail them from a clock tower a block away, huh? Enter the ultimate sniper rifle light gun. Plus, once upon a time, a fair maiden named Sarah Lane did venture into the woods, and she snagged an interview with the Brothers Grimcast while she was there. How nice. And finally, the guy behind the television adaptation and BitTorrent phenomenon, Global Frequency, is here to tune us in. Now, if we have a weakness, it's that we care too much. We're attacking the show!
Pick up on this.
Sure. Hey, everybody, welcome to Attack of the Show.
It's fun to say, isn't it?
Hey, I love it.
Yeah. Good to have you
Glad
back.
to be back. Thank
Jeff
you, sir.
Keighley, host of G4TV.com.
That's right.
Yeah?
Just finished taping our episode, which people will see tomorrow night. We got Peter Moore from Xbox talking
Nice.
about the big concern about, the premium pack, the core package.
Is he doing a PR dance? And
Well, I don't know.
around
We
the
asked him the
table?
tough questions. We drilled
But did he
a little
give
bit.
you the tough answers?
You'll have to tune in to see. But he actually tried to explain why they decided not to have a hard drive in the, the $299.
Okay. I want to hear his excuse for that.
It's
so.
good. And we also had Mark Echo talking about all the controversy about his game getting up contents under pressure. So
Very nice.
Tune in.
Good show tomorrow.
Tomorrow, but today,
G4TV.com.
let's talk.
Yeah,
Attack
well,
of
let's
the
talk
Show.
about Sarah
Yes.
on the couch today.
Let's talk
The Fair
about
Maiden.
me. The
Yeah,
Fair Maiden. I know. I'd
Works
like
for
that.
me.
Can you guys just refer to me as the Fair Maiden
Talk to
pretty
the
much
writers.
from here on
That's
out?
it. I just read
That'd be great.
what's in the little
I'd love
monitor.
that. How's it going, Jeff?
It's good. Good to see you again.
Good to
Sarah.
have you back.
Thank you.
It's been so long.
I know. I'm glad to be back, though.
Good
Can
to
you
have
guys
fun
share?
show.
Can you guys share this moment later?
Sure,
We can
sure,
get on
sure.
with the show.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
doing a
talk.
show, aren't we? Yeah.
Anything on shows?
Actually, yes, damn good website. That's what happens on Thursday, I believe it is. So
is
I've got a
Thursday.
damn good one today. And we're also taking very special calls.
Yes.
If you follow the show, you know what Thursday means, but I'll let you guys get to that.
Yeah, we will get to that.
I'll
But
spoil
first,
it.
First.
I know you're a huge Escher fan.
Yeah.
And that's why
I've
you're
got
like
a few MCS paintings around.
sure,
I
yeah.
appreciate the Stairs to Infinity.
Yes, exactly. The weird kind of like impossible optical illusion
Right.
kind of drawings. Well, an artist, Matthew Haymakers. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's the master of deception.
Got
This
some
was
pretty cool fashion sense, too.
exactly yeah. He's been
Got the
rating
Ugg boots and everything.
He's been rating the G4 wardrobe closet. No, this guy. This is from late 2004. He did an art installation, but I just ran across the videos last night. He makes 3D models out of Escher drawings. So here we can see, like, this is the cube, the impossible cube. So watch what happens as he turns it to reveal exactly how he made it. You're like, oh, that's cool. It looks like a cube. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, the acid's finally kicking in. Dude, that wooden thing is melting, and that guy's creepy face is
I don't know how
freaking
you
me
run
out.
across this, bro.
Yeah.
Just surfing the internet.
No, it's
Here's
totally
this
what
video.
happens. I'm like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't take another pill. That video is cool enough. But that's one. Then there's the impossible triangle as
Right.
well. And here he comes out and does a nice little rotation job for us. Let me,
I wonder
fast
how he
forward.
actually made. I mean, he just like carves it or
I
something.
have no idea. I know
fantastic.
that it looks amazing. Sarah is floored.
Is it like MC Escher stuff that like works but doesn't really work when you look at it really hard?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hi.
Then I like it.
5 minutes ago.
Good.
That's right. It's a pleasure to meet you. Finally.
Cool.
Well, not finally. Secondly, rather. Ghostzilla.
I love this.
This is cool. Maybe you can explain what boss mode was back in the day with video games, because that's what I like in this.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was, video games back in the day, you'd play them at work, and there'd always be one key in the game. It would be like, an F key or something. You'd be playing Leisure Suit Larry, and there'd be a boss button, and it would instantly go to, a pretend DOS screen or something like that.
Right.
'Cause you'd be
Pop up with
playing
like
it
a
at
pie
work.
chart and like a fake Excel sheet.
Exactly.
And
So
that'd
as
be
the
that.
boss walks by, right to the boss key, and I a lot of people spend a lot of time using that key. So now I guess they're doing it for web browsing,
Well,
which makes sense.
It's
right?
one better. It's not like a boss key that pulls up like a generic screen. This Ghostzilla will actually hide a full like Mozilla web browser inside of whatever application you're using. Works great with email applications, and like to demo, here's like Microsoft Word. So here I am, I'm typing away. Look at me, Jeff, I'm
Look at you,
working.
working hard on the
Okay,
show.
yeah,
Yep.
okay. The boss finally turned around, so now I just move my mouse to either side of the screen, and hey, look at that. A full web browser pops up. And now,
You're
if this
in
is
Google.
within an email window,
Do you
I mean,
get
it hides
the
it really
images
well.
too,
Well, see,
or-
yeah, right now it's hiding the image, but if I mouse over it, it gives me the image. And it also, like, depending upon the security level, can hide it in color, black and white, etc. So here's like my website,
Right.
kevinpereira.com. I want to see myself. Mouse over it. It's in color.
Always want to see yourself.
Of course, as I should. But if I put it on the highest hiding level, you notice it dims the text even more.
Right.
And then if I mouse over the images, it also makes them black and white and kind of.
Well, the cool thing is how quick you can get out of it, because you just watch, sweep up.
There it
So
is.
It's like
Hold
you
on,
don't even
let's-
have to press a key.
Let's show it again. Yeah. So I'm browsing on the web. I'm browsing. I've got tab browsing. Oh,
Charles
boss
walks
is
in.
there. Hey.
Boom. There you go.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Oh no, just prepping for the show.
That's
A
right.
little
Get
typing.
ready.
Nothing fancy there.
That is
Literally
pretty smart.
any window, any application.
And then that browser will it'll do Flash,
That's
Java,
so
all that stuff in it.
Paranoid workers, though. Couldn't you just like hide your taskbar?
What if you're in a meeting and rather than playing Bejeweled on your cell phone,
Ooh.
Sarah, you're browsing the web on your laptop, and we think you're looking at the rundown? See? There's something to
I
it.
know how to figure it out.
Didn't even know how that would ever apply to me.
The ladies love the Ghostzilla. And finally, now this is an interesting type of podcast. These have been going on. This is at the spoilerspodcast.com. These guys make audio tracks, and there's a lot of people that do this on the web. They make audio tracks to be played along with movies. It's kind of like user-created director's commentary, if you will.
So you put the MP3 on as you're watching the DVD?
Yeah, you just kind of start, you time it, you go. People, I think, are even working on players that do both at the same time. The thing is that just with any podcast, quality may vary.
Right.
It is free. So we decided we'd play a little sample of the podcast. I don't know if you did.
So
You get
what
a
is
chance
this
to hear
podcast for?
This
No.
is for the movie Sin City.
Okay.
So this is their latest
And who
podcast.
is doing this podcast?
This is just some random guys from the Rick somebody on the.
And why
the
would we
Spoilers
ever listen to
podcast.
him talk about Sin City? We're not sure.
Well,
We should listen?
just listen.
Okay.
Listen. Here.
Okay, this scene is so cool.
Wait, wasn't that girl in Clueless?
You saw Clueless? Pansy.
Screw you.
Guys, shut up! Anyway, I heard Robert Rodriguez only built the stage and the rest was totally green screen.
No, green. Blue screen.
Nuh-uh, they use green screen now, dork.
Ooh, Alba. Boobies.
Where's this? Is there slow-mo on this thing?
No, Perk, give me the remote. Idiot! No, wait for me.
No,
Mom, can you get us a soda?
Yeah, me too. I want one too.
Guys, you're screwing it
I
up.
found the slow-mo. Look.
Mom, why? I'm cleaning my room. Why can't you just bring us a soda, you bitch?
Every single time we get together, you screw this up.
Guys,
Give me the
shut
remote.
up.
Just like English, would you shut up?
Wow.
Yeah.
Look it up for. You're going to be going to the site for more.
That was not an actual
That was you
clip
and your buddies,
from the
wasn't it?
podcast. We had a little fun in the VO booth.
all right.
That is not the real. I'm sure the real podcast is much higher quality and actually gives useful info. We were just goofing around and just to make Sarah laugh.
It's
laugh?
kind of like how if you start playing Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon at the exact same time, it's totally matches.
Yes.
We'll explore that in a future episode.
Yeah, totally. Dude, the colors, man. It's Thursday, and we are once again opening our love lines to you. Call us with your relationship questions. The number is 800-839-7880. And you can email us through our web form at attackoftheshow.com/askus. You can chat with us as well. Our IRC chat room, just go to chat.g4tv.com.
That's how it's done.
It's all interactive here.
That's what we like.
For the people.
That's right.
And since today is all about interpersonal relationships, let's see how people are getting along in the Verizon broadband battle. Brendan, how you holding up?
Just fine. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Yes, today is the AOTS, I like OTS, Verizon Broadband LAN Party Battle. Today we're playing Battlefield 2. Joining us today is Kahi Lee from Fox's Renovate My Family and Spike TV's Ultimate Gamer.
Yes.
How's the gaming?
I died 3 times already, so not too good.
Okay, well, you keep it up. Quick question before we go to break. Is Renovate My Family like if you have a bad daddy, can you just get a new daddy in there? You know what I
We
mean? Like
fixed
you just...
your existing daddy.
Really?
We pimped
Excellent.
the daddy. We fixed the daddy.
Good. For all you daddies out there. We'll check back with you in a little bit. Now, conserve your energy. We've got a long way to go. But when we come back, we already made the world's largest and smallest NES controllers. Now, see what we've done to the NES Light Gun.
Hey, everyone! Sure, the old Nintendo Light Gun was cool and enjoyable, but it wouldn't have gotten you strip searched at customs, which is why we tasked our resident AOTS hacker, David Randolph, oh, I was so young back then, to make it slightly more menacing. Do you remember those days, David?
Oh, so long ago.
Oh, man, some days I sit and wish I was a kid again, but at the days, we got light zappers to talk about. So let's talk about, first of all, how the light gun works in general. So if you've got Dunk Hunt there, if you want to fire it up, we'll give a quick explainer. This is the inside, the internals, the innards, the entrails of an NES light gun. And if you look in here, it's pretty simple on the inside. Just a little trigger, and there's some photodiode action going on in here. And that's the most important part of the gun, is right in there. That little sensor there is what picks up on light coming from the TV. So you notice, David, you're shooting at it now. Every time you pull the trigger, what's happening on the screen?
Well, the screen goes black and then makes a little white square right where the duck is.
Right. And so the photodiode, if it's pointed and aimed correctly at the duck, it'll see the white square and say, okay, well, obviously this guy's aiming properly. That's a hit. If it picks up on black, it picks up on nothing, you missed. So you took these guts and did what with them?
I went a little evil on this, I must admit.
All right.
I warned you.
Okay, let's see it. Whoa! All right. Is this going to blow up already, or is this...
No, but it'll get you stopped at customs.
Oh, nice! This is... What do we call this, David?
We're calling it the snapper.
The sniper zapper?
Zapper.
Oh, we got the cord caught there. Look at this beauty. Put me on the cover of Guns and Ammo. One of those chicks in swimsuit magazines where they're hunting gazelle. What exactly is this gun, David?
Well, basically what it is it's the innards of the zapper mounted into it with my own little circuit in there so that you get one shot, one kill.
And what type of gun is this modeled after here? This is an airsoft body, right?
This is an airsoft body. It's modeled after a Remington Super 9 sniper rifle.
Very nice. And now I noticed the barrel's a little bit different here. It's not the same material. Feels like PVC almost, is it?
It's 3/4 inch PVC piping. And what I did is I actually split it right down the middle of the gun and mounted 3 of the lenses from the original Zapper guns.
All right, so inside the original Zapper, little plastic lens this focuses the light for the end of the gun, but your barrel's longer, so
you have to keep
more.
going on down.
But the ladies don't know what a hassle it is to have such a long barrel.
I know.
But you figured it out, you've solved it, and now there's something else here. This little bolt action. What's this doing?
Well, it's like I said. I mean, if you're going to use a sniper rifle, you really should only have one bullet before you have to cock it again. So I built a little circuit, put it in there so that you have to fire, and then you have to reload the gun.
All right, well, let's hook this bad boy up, and I'll show an example of that circuit. So this is what you were talking about here. It looks pretty simple here. Is this something complex to build, this circuit?
No, it's fairly simple. It's a monostable flip-flop circuit.
Okay.
And it's basically using a little 556 chip right there. And we take the 556 and we put a couple resistors on it.
Right there.
And what it does is actually sets it up so that on this, the black button is your reset button, which activates it, gives you power.
Okay.
And then the red button is your trigger, which as soon as you hit that, turns off the circuit.
You pull the trigger, it says, okay, no more power, done.
No more shots, exactly.
Gotcha. All right, well, let's see it. Let's see it in action here. Now, the trade-off is, of course, you see it in a sniper rifle, and, you have to be a little close to the TV. Because of the fact that it has those lenses and it can't amplify the light that far, right, from the TV.
Correct.
But I got to tell you, we were playing with it before the show. It feels like a different game. It feels more like Silent Scope than it does Duck Hunt because you're trying to see where the duck's going. You got to look through the eyepiece. You actually have to, pop it off. And you were nailing these things before the show, David. What's up?
I don't know. I guess it's that whole live air thing.
That performance anxiety. We all get it. Now, what's going on? Now, you're pulling the trigger. There's a light popping up on the back of the gun. What is that?
That's letting me know that I have to reload my gun.
So you've actually got a visual cue saying, hey, you're out of bullets. It's time to pull it.
Exactly.
Very nice. Now, while you were building this, what happened? There's an interesting story while you were putting the gun together.
Well, while I was putting the gun together, what actually happened was that the police actually came in on me. My neighbors called them.
So they actually came in, checked out your gun, and...
They came in, and they actually hung out, and we played a little bit of Duck Hunt after that. So it was a really interesting night.
Very nice. You think you could maybe do something with this guy here, David? I mean, I know it's another Nintendo thing, but... I'd love to see you come up with something.
More work, but I'm up for the challenge.
Awesome. David, thank you very much. As always, excellent hack. We've all been enjoying it. David explains the whole story behind the Duck Hunt sniper rifle and the detailed how-to that he wrote on our website. And to keep up with David's latest project, and also to get the full story with the whole police breaking in thing, visit daverandolph.com. I wish my blog was half as good as his. Don't go putting a blanket down on the grassy knoll just yet, no. We'll be taking your relationship calls, and Sarah will be avoiding poison apples and glass slippers with the Brothers Grimm next.
Ex-Monty Python member Terry Gilliam has forged a career directing the trippiest, mind-bendingest, and most drug-addled movies imaginable. So it's only natural that he'd eventually tackle fairy tales. They are, after all, a child's first introduction to screwed-up behavior. I tried to keep a firm grasp on reality as I visited the cast and the crew of the Brothers Grimm.
When's the last time you actually read a fairy tale? Chances are you're a little rusty. With role-playing video games taking the fantasy world by storm, who can blame you?
I haven't seen a movie like this ever. But certainly haven't even thought about Grimm's fairy tales since I was a child.
Good. Well, now I'm glad I reminded you, because these fairy tales are wonderous things. They're great versions of the world. And I just think too many people are forgetting the importance of these fairy tales.
You got you, Sasha.
Sure. True love, perilous danger, a really good moral at the end. What's not to like? A few well-known fairy tales do make their way into this film about the Grimm brothers and how they came up with all those stories.
Grimm is the name. 2 M's. We are the Brothers Grimm.
We don't know who we are.
We're here to save your land from evil enchantments.
Papa! It's all right. They're the Brothers Grimm. They're famous.
Right you are, son. The famous Brothers Grimm. Look at this strapping young lad.
He is my daughter.
And a fine wife he'll make some lucky man.
Now, you can tell a lot about a person by their favorite fairy tale. So I had a chance to ask the fetching cast of the Brothers Grimm for theirs.
The Billy Goat's Gruff I loved.
I loved Sleeping Beauty because we all are waiting for the prince to save us, you know.
A couple of ones in the movie, I'd say. Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel. Yeah, those were great.
Tough guy answers. But how did the cast feel about director Terry Gilliam's version of what makes a funny fairy tale?
He's so easy to believe. You want to believe him and help him and do your best for him. He's so excited about telling the story.
There was, one point with the wolf, Terry had a wolf's head on a stick and he was like growling, walking around me with, which is slightly distracting. Terry's crazy shirt and then a wolf head. I was like, where do I look?
I hope I get the chance to work with him again. He really just brings such incredible energy and passion to what he does. And he's a brilliant, brilliant director.
Faster, faster, Will! There's someone in the woods!
Now, we all know the fairy tale genre is alive and well through the magic of role-playing games. But could a Brothers Grimm game be on the horizon?
Well, are you saying what I'm saying?
I most definitely am not.
I don't know if we'll get any games out of this film. I mean, we could make it really rough and tough,
Right.
Red Riding Hood, she can take on the wolf, Kung Fu Red, and do it that way. I mean, there's a huge market for all these people that are out in this fantasy world. Some of it worries me because it's all sort of infantile male behavior where they get to leap around.
You don't say.
Really, I do. And I just think, grow up, boys.
Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons? No. Ever played any sort of online role-playing games? No.
Uh-huh. There's a lesson to be learned here, somewhere. Beautiful girls, kissing, just can't put my finger on it.
That's just not right.
I hope you were listening to that, Kevin.
Every single
Video
word.
games, women, there's some disconnect.
You could have, I needed Terry Gilliam to tell me that, or, All right.
Are you a Terry Gilliam fan?
Huge fan.
Are you excited for this movie?
Huge fan. Yes, I'm going to go see it.
Good.
For sure.
But
is it,
good.
is he a little,
He's a little...
Yeah.
But in a good way.
In a
At one
great
point,
way.
he actually took off his shoe and put it on his head while we were in the interview. No joke. It just didn't really work. Couldn't really work it in.
Couldn't really fit it in?
No.
Yeah, put it on the blog.
But he's a good guy, yeah. Good stuff, good movie. Opens in theaters everywhere tomorrow.
Nice. Good stuff. All right.
It's really good stuff, Kevin.
I know you look forward to Thursdays. I know you love this part of the show.
There's a specific reason for that, Kevin.
Why is that, Sarah?
Because Thursday is Relationship Thursday. Except that usually on Thursdays, I'm not allowed to answer anything.
Yeah, there's a reason
So I
for
sit there in the
that.
corner and I go, don't say that to her. No, God.
All right, well, let's do it. Then let's give some real advice. Here's your chance. Daniel, on the phone from Middletown, New York. Are you there, Daniel?
Hi, Daniel.
Yes, I am. How you guys doing?
Doing
We're
great.
fine.
Sarah's psyched. She gets to give you relationship advice, so...
I have my psychiatrist cap on. Go for it.
Well, good. I have a question just for Sarah.
No.
Sarah, do the good guys ever win?
Do the good guys ever win?
Not with her.
Good.
Well, oh no, this was for you. I'm going to stay out of it.
Why don't you?
You go ahead.
Good guys do win. In fact, yes. What
It's
is
a
it?
special Olympics type win.
Is it
It's
something
like,
about good guys finishing last or
Nice
never
guys always finish
last? But you finish last and you get the girls like good guys. They're going to spend some time with the bad guys just to, dirty themselves up a little bit, but they'll always end up with people
So
like
when they're
you.
40 and have like bad wrinkly skin, then you get
Just
them when you're
wait
a nice
it
guy.
out.
Yeah, it
Wait
pays
it
off in
out
the end,
and
buddy.
we will come.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hate women.
That's
Nick
my advice.
joins us on the phone from Springfield, Tennessee. Are you there, Nick?
Hi,
Yes,
Nick.
I am.
How's it going?
I'm doing fine.
Nick, are you a nice guy?
Oh, yeah.
But do you finish last?
I don't know.
You sometimes don't.
How long does it take
sometimes
you
don't
to
even finish at all. Maybe. Yeah. It's all right.
Oh, anyways, I have a date this Saturday, and I have nothing but Jinx shirts. So what should I wear?
Oh, Nick, that's so unfortunate. You only have Jinx shirts for your date. That's what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Does your date know that you're a giant nerd?
Do you live near a mall?
I'm not exactly a nerd. I'm just a huge gamer.
Well, then there's nothing wrong with that. You wear your Jinx shirt, and if she doesn't appreciate that, you smack her with a shovel.
Don't wear the Jinx shirt.
No, wear the... that's horrible.
Just don't. I mean, unless,
All right, what should he wear, then?
unless you guys are going out for pizza and beer, then do it, and, you know, it's funny or whatever, but...
What should he wear, then?
What should he wear?
If, let's say they're going to the opera, maybe the iPhone noobs shirt doesn't work well on the balcony.
No, maybe something like what you're wearing today. I think that's very nice. It's not too much, not trying too hard.
Buttons are red.
But you look like you put yourself together nicely, and you have red buttons, and that's a very nice touch.
Thank you.
Nick, I hope we helped your date out.
We did nothing for anybody today. There is so much coming up you don't even know.
Oh.
All right, well, I'll tell you. There's the feed for one.
There's that.
That's coming up. Not to mention the Headshot Fest we call our LAN party. Woo-hoo! Huh? What the...
Welcome back. But please, don't run off without telling anyone again, because I worry. Still on the way, global frequency TV series creator John Rogers, plus a little something called the Scum VN that you have to see to believe. And this week's Boost mobile band is Neural. Rock will be served. Now, what if somebody threw a Verizon broadband battle and no one showed up? We wouldn't know. The game is Battlefield 2, and our rack-based servers are ready and waiting. Today, we're joined by the lovely Kahi Lee from Spike TV's Ultimate Gamer and Fox's Renovate My Family. I see you've done a little renovating to the LAN party, Kahi. You want to explain what you've done here? Or?
Well, you told me to make myself at home, so I made myself at home. Have a seat.
Okay, I will.
Have a seat.
You've
This is for
got a seat
company.
for company?
Yes, for company. Welcome.
This is embarrassing.
Why?
It's a little girly.
Do you want some M&Ms?
Yes, I do.
Here you go.
You got pictures of your cats and
yes.
those candles. I think Kevin would call it European, is the term for this. I'm actually
It's
not.
romantic.
It's romantic.
It's
yes,
romantic. It should be Valentine's Day every day. That's my philosophy.
Do you want to make out?
Maybe later.
Okay, cool. That's your cat. What's
That's
his
Jack. It's Ruben.
name?
Mommy will be home soon. Don't scratch the couch.
Okay. Now you are on renovation shows.
Yes.
Is this something you truly like to do? How'd you get started?
I love it. My mother is an interior designer.
Really?
Following in her footsteps.
Really?
In
So
her
this
high-heel
is
stiletto
not
footsteps.
BS. You're just not some high-priced television talent. You actually enjoy what you're doing.
I do,
What's
and
that
I'm
like?
damn good at it.
That's interesting.
I am.
Okay.
Oh, it's interesting.
What else? Tell me about Spike TV's Ultimate Gamer. What's that all about?
Basically, we select the ultimate gamer, kid who's crazy about video games. He gets chosen. They take him on an adventure. He gets to blow things up. Meanwhile, I'm back at his house, totally hooking him up with game
Oh,
gear,
so that's a
flat screens.
renovation thing too. You've got quite a theme going on here.
Yeah, that's everything I do is renovation. I do this everywhere I go. I just leave a path of beautifully decorated spaces.
Oh my God. If you could renovate one thing in the entire world, what would it be? Beyond this set right here.
I'd have to say about the White House.
Really?
The White House. I think it needs
George
a change.
Bush, the barbecue and the.
Yeah, like think of it like an NFL player's pad, like.
Oh, really? You're like that?
Yeah, like
Like big
neon
screen TV?
and yeah, that'd be awesome. No,
Really?
you don't like jacuzzi in the Oval Office. Maybe a stripper pole. Can I say that?
Good idea.
Stripper pole
I
in
hope
the
you're
Oval
listening,
Office.
President Bush.
You know,
Right.
him and Laura can get,
Right.
down.
Nasty. Be sure to visit Kahi's website at kahilee.com and stick around for our high score winners later in the show. Now, the feed is going to cut through the BS. My advice, let it.
All right, right, yesterday we talked about this new MMO being developed by the China Communist Youth League that's supposed to act as an educational tool. Well, those kids better be able to absorb the lesson in less than 3 hours because the Chinese government is cracking down on the amount of time its young people spend playing MMOs. A mechanism measures how much time a player is spending online and instantly cuts them off at the 3-hour mark. So if a player immediately logs back on, their character's powers and abilities will be decreased each time they do it. Ah, clever. The government has decreed that gameplay that lasts more than 3 consecutive hours is unhealthy and also tiring. Before you go calling this communist repression, consider that this gives Chinese youth no excuse for not exercising or studying or generally doing everything they can to prepare for their wholesale takeover of our online addicted country. Now, remember Pearl Jam? Yeah, well, apparently they're still around, and they're getting into the digital music market. The group, whose frontman Eddie Vedder can be blamed for the uninspiring, the unintelligible mumbling that clogged 90s rock radio, you remember, it's going to open its own download store on its official site. Hours after a concert's completed, the complete set will be available for $10 as 192K MP3s. What's even cooler is that the tracks being issued are without DRM encoding. That's a move that's not surprising from a band that's always kind of encouraged the bootleg CD market. Fans will also be able to download special artwork and slideshows from the concert. Very nice touch. But I have to ask, how many 20-minute jam band versions of Jeremy does one need? Oh, I'm just teasing. Now, a word of advice to Japanese goths. Listen up, Japanese goths. If you're going to commit suicide, don't whine and blog about it. Just do it. Not only will it save us from having to read your carefully chosen passage from November Spawned a Monster, but your internet provider will probably just turn you in anyway. Japan's communications and internet providers are planning to submit reports to emergency services if they discover web posts that hint at possible suicide. A report on Yahoo News claims that this is in response to the rise in group suicides in Japan, almost all of which were organized over the internet. You see, if something has Hello Kitty avatar on it, people will obey it unconditionally. It's an epidemic. And finally, is blogging the new indentured servitude? It may be, if what people saying in blog forums is to be believed. Why shouldn't it be? Who would log onto a forum just to lie? A debate has sprung up on the site Food Blog School about how much certain people earn from blogging. One poster even posted what he claims is a standard contract for Weblogs Inc. writer. If true, it states that the writer is compensated $500 for 125 monthly posts. Posts under the goal of 125 are prorated at $4 per post. Again, we can't be 100% sure if this is accurate, forums and all, but those rates are pretty ridiculous. I mean, these guys would make a better living sewing Nikes in Saigon. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And that's the feed. Doesn't it feel good to get it off your chest?
Relax. Find your center, Sarah. She's found it. Relax. She's found it. How about that Chinese government?
Pretty interesting. I mean, it's more than 3 hours is something that they're saying is, you know, it's addictive. If
They say
you're doing
more than 3 hours,
playing MMO.
powers cut in half, and if you continue to play, the powers will be cut to like even a quarter of that.
But like 3 hours in a game, I mean, that's not a lot of time.
No,
it's not like, 18 hours straight, then we're going to start cutting your characters.
Many
It's
people
interesting
have
as that.
marathon sessions like that.
Exactly
And like
so.
some people around the office are saying, hey, well, that's good. It's, maybe if the addictions are happening over there, it's good to kind of throttle them and keep them in check. But should the government be doing that? I mean,
That's the
the
question. I mean, maybe World of Warcraft, you look at that, I mean, some people play that probably too much, but it's like, shouldn't Blizzard step in? But
Exactly. Well, no, because they're making the money off of it.
Well,
It
but
should
they make
be-
the same amount of money whether you play it for 10 hours a month.
This
or
is true.
$100.
Yeah, maybe Blizzard's happy because now their server load will be less because 3 hours or more they're off.
Exactly.
Interesting stuff. All right, we left the roast in the oven, so give us a minute. But when we return, find out the story behind BitTorrent phenomenon and cult or comic book adaptation Global Frequency right here.
The feed is brought to you by Doritos. Don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, don't wait to be great. Visit INNW.com.
Physicist turned stand-up comic turned writer. John Rogers brought the cult comic book Global Frequency to TV. Almost. It wasn't picked up, but it did become an internet phenomenon, and now he's here to tell us about it. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure to have you here.
It's fun to be here.
Okay, again, this sounds like a plot to a Seinfeld episode.
Right.
A physicist turned stand-up comedian turned writer.
I'm good at nothing, apparently. I just have to keep
Nice.
changing careers every 10 years or so.
This is not true. This is not true. You're a writer. Please give us the resume.
I started as a stand-up. I became a TV writer. I worked on Cosby in New York,
Yes.
and then I moved into features and have worked on a bunch of movies, the Rush Hour movies. I wrote The Core. I just did the first draft of the Transformers movie for DreamWorks.
Which
so.
we will definitely get there.
Yeah, I know. The geeks, everyone just pinged.
Yeah, nipples perked up across the country. But I want to know about Global Frequency, because this is something that I've seen. Well, I haven't seen because that would
be wrong.
Exactly. But I might have seen it on a BitTorrent site or two.
Yeah.
What's the story behind Global Frequency?
Global Frequency was a comic book by Warren Ellis, a British writer, and the great concept behind it was it's a spy show where, most spy shows are very cold. You're watching somebody save the world.
Sure.
Jack Bauer's saving the world, Sidney Bristow's saving the world. The idea behind Global Frequency is it's up to us. Global Frequency was a smart mob where these people who gathered sort of a database of all the people who were good at their jobs, good at technology, and when something bad happened near you, they call you.
Right.
So you never knew the guy who lived next door to you, or your mom,
Anybody
your gym
could be
teacher.
Neo. It just mattered when
yeah,
their phone
exactly.
rang.
Anybody could get the phone call that said, you are on the Global Frequency, lives depend on you. And it had a lot of resonance and really moved a lot of people and seems to have really dug in.
Well, you say, yeah, it had resonance, it moved people. We'd love to show it to the people.
Can't do that.
We can't do that.
No.
So why not? And how have people seen this?
Well, what happened is, as most people have no idea, that about 100 pilots are shot a year for the television crop that you see. We shot a pilot, tested very well, and unfortunately didn't get picked up. That's sort of standard issue. It broke a lot of hearts. But
Thank the Lord we didn't shoot a pilot for this show. That's all I'm saying.
really. I can barely believe you're still on now.
Thank you.
As of 5 minutes ago. But thank you. But, it didn't get picked up in December. It was going for mid-season, and we all moved on with our lives. I went on to move in Transformers and another movie. All the actors went away. And then I got an email at my website about 2 months ago going, hey, I saw the pilot. Which is, it got out. These things happen. And then I got another one, and I got about 100.
Right.
And then I went to my stat counter, and I realized I was carrying an extra 10,000 hits a week.
Right.
And my website's not on the credits. My name's barely on the credits because it was a screener. Somebody got a screener, which happens. We make these screeners. We send them out to other studios when we shop the actors around and the show around. Ripped it,
They get
threw it on
leaked,
BitTorrent,
threw it online.
and it got huge. And we had people offering money to buy DVDs of it. We had people sending me $100. I had to send money back because they wanted to fund the box set for the season.
Very nice.
And spontaneous websites popped up, fan sites popped up.
You've got fan sites. There's a ground movement. It was underground, but now it's pretty clear that the people are interested. Why are people not digesting this content?
Well, there's no model for it. I mean, it's very easy to slag the corporations. I am talking to people at Warner Brothers about some way to get this out. But, we always talk about piracy and punishing bad behavior, but this is good behavior. These are not fans going, we downloaded it, screw you. These are fans going, we downloaded it, we want a better version, we want to pay you.
Yeah.
We should reward that. I think our relationship with fans has to change as media evolves. They're not just a metric. All right, they're the people we develop relationships with. They're the ones who want the shows. They're the ones who want the entertainment. We have to change the way we get it.
They obviously got the show, though. I mean, so isn't the technology and isn't the infrastructure in place to deliver the content to those people?
Yeah, the infrastructure and technology has been around for 6 years. I mean, there's one of the frustrating things about television and movies too is that we had a perfect example how not to do downloadable content, which was the music industry.
Right.
The music industry thrashed around for 8 years, alienated everyone, wasted millions of dollars of money, and we're looking at that going, yeah, that's the way we'll do that. We'll take that path.
Yeah, exactly.
Let
Let Lars be the spokesman. He's great with the kids.
Yeah, the downloadable music will destroy the industry, and then iTunes comes along, gets a 70% market share, makes $1 billion. Right. Why we're not doing it with that TV and media? People are way too worried about piracy, which is just not a factor.
Right.
Study after study shown, and frankly, people aren't tech savvy enough to pirate stuff.
People are savvy enough to know who the Transformers are, though.
Yes, they are.
And we're almost out of time, but I know you wrote the first draft for the movie.
I did write that.
So
yeah.
please spoiler us. Give it to us.
It was interesting. Transformers fans are very intense. I actually get death threats about if Optimus Prime was the wrong kind of truck.
I know how that feels.
But I'll tell you right now, it's a Spielberg movie. Spielberg's producing it. Every bit of cool special effects they've been working on for 10 years is going to be in this movie. Big giant robots in space.
Dinobots, yes or no, John?
No on the Dinobots. I'm sorry. I got to tell you.
John, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We'd love to show you how to download Global Frequency, honest, but that would be illegal. But we know you're smart. You can figure it out. We've probably taught you how in the past. Visit kfmonkey.blogspot.com for all the info relating to Global Frequency. And, of course, Mr. John Rogers. Coming up, we put our finger on what's been missing from your PSP. Classic LucasArts games. We help you scum up your handheld right after this. On the next attack of the show, author J.D. Lassica asks, why is Hollywood so scared of technology? To which we reply, why the hell are you asking us? You wrote the book about it. Plus, Brendan will review the latest in camping tech. Hey, for a guy who's never arm's length away from styling products, this is roughing it. And finally, Neural traced their stolen instruments to our studio and agreed to play for us and not press charges. That's what'll be crawling out of the next Attack of the Show. Oh, a little PSP. It's good looking, sure, but so far it's been lacking the personality to go with its beauty. Kind of like me. So rather than wait around for that mysterious killer app to appear, we went and dug up some classic LucasArts adventure, starting with Monkey Island. Not bad.
The best out there.
There's some really good ones. Scum VM.
Yes.
Have you heard about the program?
Yeah, well, I know. I mean, Scum has been the interface that sort of LucasArts used for all its classic adventure games: Monkey Island, Maniac Mansion.
Yeah, it was
Indiana
originally
Jones.
Script creation utility for Maniac Mansion.
Right, and they used this sort of the same kind of engine to power all the classic adventure games that you and I both grew up on playing these games on our PCs. And now I guess it was there was something that was released for the DS, I think, a few weeks ago that you could get Scum games on your DS. Now this is for the PSP, I
exactly,
guess, right?
and it runs, I mean, flawlessly. So essentially, you'll use a program. Scum VM is the Scum program, it's Scum virtual machine, if you will, and that is what allows it to run. It's open source. It's been ported to 1,001 different platforms. Now they've got it for the PSP. So there's a few things you're going to need to do to get it on. Here's the Scum website. Here you can see the screenshots of it, looking great, and we'll talk about the compatibility in a second. But what Scum does is it replaces the executable that's shipped with the game with its own executable that's tells it how to run on the system it's supposed to be on.
Wow.
So you got to load Scum from a memory card. Well, here it is right here. I'm going to go into the old memory stick here for you, and once we're in there, it's right there. Little launcher program. Oddly enough, it's a little Spanish app that you have to run. It'll throw the launcher onto your memory card, launch your PSP, give it a second or two, and it'll pull up your ROMs list. Now, where you get the ROMs, not up to me. I don't care. Probably same place you'll find Global Frequency. Again, we can't exactly
you probably
tell
can't
you.
get the ROMs with the talkie versions, which I always used to love.
Monkey
Island with the voiceovers and everything like that. So these are the classics.
So this is the old launcher here, and as you can see, we've got two on here. Let's load up the old, let's see, Monkey Island, and we'll go. And they've mapped the keyboard keys to the shoulder buttons. And
the cool thing about the DS is that you could actually select the icons with the touchscreen and stuff. This obviously don't have a touchscreen, so it's not quite as optimal because the mouse keyboard interface.
True.
On the PC, but this still works great.
To their credit, though, they did map it to both the little thumb nub and the D-pad as well. So you can escape through this. The little copy protection, which is kind of funny to see on the PSP. But once we're in here, we can escape. We can select which mode we want to play. It's all there.
It's such classic, great games. That's the thing. I mean, Monkey Island, one of the best games.
Exactly. Look at the compatibility list, though. It goes on and on. It's not just Monkey Island. There's Loom. There's Indiana Jones. There's Day of the Tentacle. Here again, you're seeing the old Monkey Island. But even better, Sam and Max. Come on. Zach McCracken.
We love the classic LucasArts.
It's all there. I mean, there's a giant list that Scum will work.
Only, though, if you probably don't do the firmware upgrade, right?
Well, and that's the thing. 2.0 came out. People are all very excited. Forget 2.0. Don't upgrade. Follow the tutorial on our website. You can scum up your PC with classic LucasArts titles. Get everything you need at attackoftheshow.com. Not bad.
That works for me.
Do you like fast cars? Well, the Need for Speed Most Wanted Blacklist Tournament is coming to Irwindale, California this Saturday, August 27th. Chicago's fastest time set earlier this month was 1:35.14 by Matt Shervis. Now, if you're ready to represent the West Side, win some cool prizes, go ahead and say West Side, Jeff.
West Side.
Thank you. Bring your A game on the 27th. Reserve your spot at the tournament online, needforspeed.com. Registration is open until Friday, the 26th. Now, 4 to 5 dentists, as well as 30 Helens agree, it's time for a damn good website.
So, Kevin.
Yes, ma'am.
We've been talking a lot about Google lately because they're taking over the world.
Of course.
But there's a lot of fun games that you can play with Google. My Damn Good Website today is one of those games.
Oh.
And it's called, are you ready? Scavengeroogle. Like scavenger hunt and Google put together to make something really pretty.
That's witty.
I know.
Witty.
Somebody thought really hard about that. Obviously on Google Maps, using satellite imagery or, the map or the hybrid of both, you can look at some interesting places. You can find landmarks. You can pretty much anywhere in the world.
TV personalities.
You can stalk TV personalities, whatever it is that you want to do. But what's kind of fun about Scavengeroogle is, the premise is that people find a certain landmark, choose wherever you want in the world, something that you can see for an aerial view, and and then submit it to the site. And, you know, for example, we've got something that looks like what they call Peacock Gardens here.
Oh, nice.
I'll give you a good example of something that was kind of fun. This is what they call Darth Vader. Because if you look at it from the side,
like
if you cock your head to the right, it looks like Darth Vader's little hat. When it turns out that somebody...
Do you call it his little hat?
His little hat.
His little hat.
Well, it's a hat.
It's not like
it's a cap.
It's not a beanie or a visor.
It's a... No.
It's a helmet.
It's a hat.
All right.
All right. And the person who submitted it said, here's my clue, 100 years of Blue Jays. So at this point, people go, 100 years of Blue Jays? I don't know. And you're thinking, all right, well, let me think. Where should I start? And you basically have to scour the globe trying to find this landmark using...
Did you find it with the clue?
Well, it's already been solved. I'm using this just as an example. But what happened was somebody went, Blue Jays, Toronto Blue Jays, put two and two together, found it at the airport. That's what it was. Nice. Darth Vader was at the airport in Toronto. So
with the candlestick.
With a candlestick, and wearing a dress.
Thank you.
Or a nightie.
I was the clue game. Did they wear it?
Something lacy. Okay, so if I wanted to, for example, I thought, okay, well, this is really cool. I want to submit my own clue, which anybody can do. Anybody can submit a clue. By the way, if you win, you just feel good about yourself. There's not really a prize unless I say, hey, I've got a prize and this is what I'll offer you if you're the first person
People
to
who
win,
spend time on websites like this probably need to feel good about themselves from time to time.
It's just one of those, it's a pride thing. Yeah. It's a pride thing. So, for example, I put together something here. I know it says Townsend Street on the right-hand side, but that was just from my earlier search. I submitted something that looks curiously sort of like a gun and a dog head all at once. I thought it was pretty cool. What? This place means something to me, but where is it? Who knows? So what I've done was, as I submitted my clue, I said, I'm Sarah, here's how you can find me. My clue name is Dogface Gun, and the clue is Fuji's, John Gold's, or Pino's. So those who, no, it's fun, right? You don't know where to start.
Yeah, totally.
You don't know where to start.
I have no idea. Great clue.
Well, it's hard.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's supposed to take you a while.
Dog
so
and
anyway,
gun.
It's fun. My clue is actually on here now, so if it gets submitted, then we'll all be able to play. Get today's website link at attackoftheshow.com. It's like YMCA for websites, Kevin.
It is.
The fun never stops, and neither does the Jungle Gym.
Like a huge honking cherry on this Sunday of the show. We'll be reading your emails and chat questions next.
I'm at Sunday.
You are, and you're eating.
iPod of the Stars. Jude Law's iPod. Careless Whisper, George Michael. Weekend with the Babysitter, DLR Band. To all the girls I've loved before, Julio Iglesias and Willie Nelson. I'm sorry, John Denver. Don't look back in anger, Oasis. I fought the law, and the law won, the Bobby Fuller 4.
Don't forget, tonight is the second night of GameSpot co-produced episodes of Cinematheque. If you missed the first two episodes last night, shame on you!
All right, calm down.
Sorry.
Give it a rest.
Tonight's episodes premiere at 10. I scared Tom, our floor manager. Tonight's episodes premiere at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, with another one following immediately at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. So you West Coasters better eat dinner quickly.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's take a look at the high scores from each round of our land party today.
Yeah, numbers and letters.
Who do we got there? Some great folks.
Wow. Close call for number one.
Hey,
very close.
Hard to pronounce.
1 point.
Yeah, it is very hard to pronounce.
They're handles, Jeff. You don't pronounce them.
I like salmon. Good name.
I like salmon. Mr. Kiwi.
Nice and easy.
So,
we get it.
Good times. Thanks for playing, and congratulations to our highest scores. And also thanks to Holly Lee, our wonderful land party guest.
She is.
Yes.
Nice
She pimped
job
your land
with
party.
the land party.
She pimped it good. If you didn't get to play this week, just go to our website right now and register for next Thursday. Why do your minds always have to be in the gutter on this show?
Let's see what's going on in the chat room, Sarah. Stop talking and read chat.
All right. RG Blah Player wants to know if the cast of AOTS were to spar with the cast from G4TV.com, who would claim victory? Jeff, let's start with you.
Of course, I'm partial to my own show.
Oh.
They would. That's the answer.
Whatever. That's because they're going to beat you up. If
They
you
would.
say
That's
anything.
right. I know they're watching right now.
I've punched Tina in the throat before, and she went down like a sack of potatoes. I was like, what's up, Wood? Oh! I'll do it.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, we have to end the show now. The couch is only rented.
Yeah, so thanks to our guests, John Rogers, David Randolph, Carly Lee, and TV's Jeff Keighley.
Hey, Jeff Keighley, everybody. Have a good night. Watch Cinematheque.
Absolutely.
Eat healthy. Do your homework.